Hello everyone, this is another AdRoast episode, and today we're going to discuss about forbidden products that you can advertise with proper marketing. Most likely this video is not going to get monetized because I'm going to use a lot of buzzwords like kratom, weed, drugs, smoking, and whatever that may be. There are all of these difficult products that we have problems advertising, with advertising in Meta especially, for the regulations. One of these, it is the smoking, it's still the smoking, and for that I have chosen to show you one clever way that Marlboro actually found in order to keep advertising while the new registration laws and all of that about smoking came in place in 2000 and they couldn't advertise anymore and all of that. So basically what they found is a way in the Formula 1, they have actually put in some stripes that when the car is actually running, it's gonna give the logo of Marlboro. I know for Marlboro it's really good, recognizable brand, you know already the logo, so it's gonna work there. How can we use that in order to run better ads, you're gonna ask for ourselves. But first, let's dive deeper in what Marlboro actually did. So the story goes like this. In the early 2000s, Formula 1 actually banned the advertisements for cigarettes, and many cigarette brands that were being advertised in Formula 1, and of course Marlboro has been advertised from Ferrari. I used to watch when I was younger. We all remember the red car with Marlboro, I still remember it. Then of course we have the ban that came and the Marlboro logo disappeared, but something else came actually to this place. It was just like something like a barcode, like stripes. The nice part with this, which is what excites me when we talk about marketing and advertisement, is that when the Formula 1 car was running, basically you would be able to see, because of how fast it was going, the Marlboro sign. Some people, of course, Ferrari never admitted that it was Marlboro, and the opposite, Marlboro never admitted that they were doing it, but we all know. So this is called subliminal advertising. Basically that means that I can register something inside your head, and then when you see it, it's gonna trigger you. Obviously now, if you say Konstantinos, I'm not gonna be triggered as a secret soldier for the Soviet Union, for example, as in some movies. We have also seen this in a movie with Will Smith, and I believe it was Margot. They were actually putting to the head of a guy the number 13 all the time, blah, blah.
From the moment he left his hotel room, we've been priming him, programming his subconscious. He's been seeing the number 55 all day long. On the elevator, in the lobby, even the stick pin on the doormat. Not only that, we loaded his route from the hotel to the stadium. He looks out the window, primers are everywhere. Now he doesn't see it, but he does. There's no getting around it. He even sees far. Suggestions are everywhere.
That is genius.
Yeah, and it's not only what he sees, it's what he hears. The Mandarin word for 5 is woo. There are 124 woo-woos in sympathy for the devil. Now he's not registering it, but it's all there. So when he picks up those binoculars, looks out on the field, sees a familiar face with the number 55 on his jersey, some little voice in the back of his mind says, that's it. And he thinks it's intuition, and he picks.
Do you want me to write it down?
It was one of the movies that Will Smith was actually a con artist, you know, and stuff.
You're always lying, Nikki, and now we're dead.
But again, the subconscious is there, and sometimes it's being triggered by things that we see on the TV. And of course, by knowing a brand and the logo, which is one of the most difficult things, by the way, to actually make your brand logo recognizable, then you know that you are in the companies that are actually gonna sell because you're considered a very serious brand. And this is the case over here. They already had that, and all they had to do was to find a clever way of actually showing the logo without anyone accusing them that they're actually doing that. What's the most funny part? That while they did it, they didn't admit it. So, and they didn't say no or yes. But what they did is they let people spread it. So they were saying, is this the Marlboro logo? Is it? Yes, no, yes, no. No answer from them. the debate was continuing, and we're here today, 26 years later, with me still discussing that, because all they did was just ignoring people, and just the people, by talking about it, they were just spreading it more and more and more. Now, enough with that. Let's go to today. Let's talk about some forbidden things that you cannot sell, but people are actually selling with some clever ways. For example, one big thing is the weed grinders. For example, I'm not a fan of weed. I don't like the smell. It makes me dizzy. I actually don't like it at all. And none of my friends is, because I couldn't survive in an environment that people do all the time weed. But this is just a personal preference. It doesn't mean that I haven't sold stuff which are relative to that. T-shirts to grinders. So when you have the grinder, you might have seen, for example, that you can take broccoli, which is close to weed. You can put it on the grinder, you can do this, and you can say, oh, look how nice my broccoli is being spread, for example. So all of this is something that you do, but in the subconscious, because people know about the grinders, they do understand that this is a grinder that I can take for my wheat. So you can do it with broccoli, but at the end of the day, and you can have this kind of ads pass, because I had advertised with ads like this with zero issues and not actually having any problem. Eventually, by people reporting you might have a problem, but still, this is not the case. In some cases, we were even feeding a cigarette with broccoli inside, just to show how easy it is to feel it inside the cigarette, and so on and so on. So this was one way. I had a client which was doing canvas art, and he took a very famous scene of a baseball guy smoking a cigar, actually, and he did art through it. And we cannot sell it because actually Meta is flagging everything, the cigar, even the smoke of the cigar. So what we do is that we put vitro, so we just distorted the image on the place of the cigar, so it wasn't looking like a cigar, but the people already knew the scene because it was a famous scene. It's as if I'm showing you Muhammad Ali doing this, the famous scene from Muhammad Ali, and just putting a vitro into his glove, for example. You know already the scene. So basically we were able to sell. We were having some art that was showing someone smoking a cigar. So with that way we were able to hide it. It was actually my idea. We were able to hide it and we were able to sell. And then a lot of other people have seen it from us and they started selling like this also. So just remember that if you have a difficult product, okay, I know it's a struggle. I also don't take clients like this because they're problematic. I don't want to get bans on their accounts and stuff, but there is always a way. And there are always clever marketing ways that you can actually be able to pass things. I have even seen nudes pass by Meta with clever ways and stuff. For example, I have seen tattoo store showing how they did tattoos over here and stuff, and it was almost porn. I don't know how they did pass it. At the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is that there are clever ways that you don't have to risk, because they were risking with this kind of images. You can do clever marketing tricks and you can take your thing outside there without risking to get banned or anything. Don't forget that if you manage to do so, the reward is higher. Why? Because less people are advertising. So if you're having less people advertising there and you're the one that you found a clever way of doing it, first of all, try to blow it up because people are gonna copy you. I do remember that this design that I showed you, it was with Marlboro and it was actually selling like crazy. And we did sell it because we were able to, I thought of just blaring the cigar and it worked, but everybody already knew the original image, so it's not like I was hiding something from the art. And basically then we were starting getting copied for many people, Etsy also and all of that, and then it actually started going down. But initially when we found out, we were alone in just a pond over there fishing clients all day, and it was amazing. But eventually people are gonna catch up and they're gonna copy you and all of that. So smart ideas, perfect, do them, blow up, scale as fast as you can, and remember, the reward ratio is much higher. But don't get disappointed. There is always a way to actually sell something by implying, by just hiding the truth in plain sight, like the grinder with broccoli, like doing things like that they can pass. If you manage to find these ways with proper marketing and being clever, you're gonna have a competitive edge against your competition. So let's discuss in the comments, what is the most crazy thing that you have seen? If you found something genius that passed actually and they could be able to advertise while it was a problematic product. Let me know also your ideas, what you want to discuss in the next episodes. And until we meet again, guys, be creative and be consistent.